I'm hoping that you'll come back to me.
Publish your broadcast.
And then what happened? And then this one time at that band camp, we talked about this thing and this stuff.
All right, we're live.
Are we live?
We're live.
According to who?
We're
I can't
live.
see nothing. Okay. You tell me we're live. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just here hanging out.
What's happening, guys?
Being me, trying to play this game. We're Avengersing.
Oh man, I'm stoked. So
all the Avengers all the time.
all day long. So apparently this morning at apparently 9:30 they did the Avengers War Table reveal on YouTube. So there's a lot live. What's happening, Todd?
Hi, Todd.
See how it says YouTube there?
Yeah, I got you.
Nice.
I got you. Now we're figuring it all out.
It's all coming together.
Like we're almost a thing.
Almost.
Well, we had to do something productive during the quarantine. We didn't do much.
We did not do a
whole
bunch.
But this is something. And then we got all these and those and the other stuffs. And we're loading. And we're talking. And we're shucking. And we're jiving. And we're bobbing. And we're weaving.
Okay. All right.
Back to the thing at the place with that guy at the time.
We are currently going to start up here in just a minute or so. We're going to start up the Marvel Avengers War Table event that is happening live today. For the most part, everything came out earlier today, so we had a lot of content, a lot of reveals as far as the beta.
Is this PS4 exclusive?
No, it is not.
Yeah,
the only
these
thing,
are good questions.
The only advantage of having the PlayStation or pre-ordering the deluxe edition or even just pre-ordering the Avengers game is that they are going to give PlayStation the, I think a week in advance. They're going to give it oh yeah.
Thank you.
Boring, lame, stupid. Go spend time with your family, you fucking loser.
we don't do
I
any
will
of
not.
That. I mean, the family's here. The kids are here.
They're here. They're happy.
They're running around. They're on video games, too.
They're doing
stuff.
stuff.
Have you met these kids?
Right. What's up, Shayna? But yeah, so we're going to be diving into this. We're going to start the countdown here in just a moment.
What's the countdown for?
Oh, because it adds the effect. You got to feel the effect.
Apparently, you give this man a few moments of production value, he'll turn it into all the moments of production value because all that matters is production value.
That's good. That's all that matters.
And I used to think all that mattered was us talking, but turns out we didn't get any viewers for us talking. So maybe I'm wrong.
Podcasting may not have been our niche, but hey, we're going to find it, all right?
We'll figure it out. But yeah, you give him a computer, you give him YouTube videos to figure out how to link stuff together. All of a sudden,
I'll make it happen.
The PS4 is linked, the Xbox is linked, the Elgato is linked.
I'm figuring things out.
What's the OBS?
OBS, Twitch, Streamlabs.
Twitch, stream, multi-streaming.
Nothing's safe around me. But anyways, we're going to dive into this, guys. You guys ready?
Give him time and some things. He'll do things and stuff.
I'm going to do some stuff. And starting now, we got full screen.
I've just been here hanging out. Playing Civ 6.
Hey, we just need some personality. You see, I don't have the personality. You got the personality. I got the techie side.
So what you're saying is you're the play-by-play, I'm the color?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Reverse
I mean,
roles.
that does make sense. I mean,
1 minute and 40 seconds, guys.
Until he's putting it on, I'm just You gotta have production value. No, I don't disagree. I mean, he built the background, we built the table. It's the difference between, giving a man a fish and teaching a man to fish. Like, at the beginning, I think we were given a fish and like, hey, do this. Okay, we'll figure it out. Now he's taught himself how to fish and he's doing great work with it. We got ways to tie in other people. We got ways to tie in multi-streams. We got all kinds of goofiness. But apparently, we'll see how long it takes him if he can time his smoke breaks right. I mean, he's been learning this with Apex, so I don't know. Let's see, 55 seconds. He's built himself to platinum on Apex on the Xbox. He's built himself to gold on the PlayStation, and they cut it in half, and he's been working on building them both back up. But either way, his brother Preston on Apex is goofy. That's fair. I mean, we've always said we've got a little bit more than just the audio, and the visual thing is nice. I know. Like I said, you timed your smoke breaks. You learned how to do it with Apex. But there's something to the visual. I mean, between being able to share video, like our favorite segment that we've ever done, as long as we've been doing this, is still Trailer Trash, which is where we just talk about a trailer while it's going on. And now we can incorporate that like we wanted to, like we always thought was possible. We just weren't smart enough to do it. So, you know, it's a nice tie-in. And like, here we go. Avengers is Avengering.
All right.
1080p. Fighting. Beating. And it's over. I mean, we're still talking. We're listening. Ooh.
Previously on Avengers War Table.
Take that.
This is what I cannot wait for, is to be flying around, having your homies under you, like running around like crazy.
Let's see. We knew Miss Marvel was going to be there, but that looked like one of the Heralds of Galactus. That looked like Annihilix.
And you just watched Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics Avengers War Table stream.
We actually got a lot of gameplay. We got a lot more information than anyone was ever expecting.
MODOK was announced as the villain.
AIM help you.
What? That's 100% MODOK! Oh, it's MODOK!
This was in the last
I also
one.
like that they're taking it a step
No, it looks
beyond
so good. I'm
the
so
MCU
stoked.
movies where it's like, hey, here's MODOK, here's AIM. Like, that's exciting to me that we're not just fighting Ultron again.
Yeah.
Dude, this is crazy. So each mission is going to be based on.
That's
that
almost
certain
Dr.
Avenger.
Blake
There is
Thor.
a lot to this
Oh.
game. Customization.
Walking around
Skills.
splashing his
Many
cane.
customization options. Play how you want to with each character.
I like the idea of Black Widow will handle differently than someone else's Black Widow.
You need a robust.
That's what I was saying with like the
customization
Destiny
system.
layout.
Yeah.
I do think that is what this game
We've
is
got
going
skills,
for.
we've got things you're developing, the Hulkbuster armor.
The coolest about this across the
I like
board
that
was
Defender
just the
shirt.
breadth of modes you could get into.
I didn't know we were
Like,
getting
like
so
I'm
much
saying, that looks like
information.
Dr. Blake,
Co-op and Warzone.
where he smashed his cane into the hammer and then he's playing.
What
Oh.
speaks to me is the amount of characters in this, the amount of like references and hidden things, costumes.
There's too much. I can't even process all this right now.
Kamala Khan.
I'm in.
4K.
4K. The
Welcome
4K
to the
visual.
July Marvel's Avengers
I don't
War
think this
Table.
one's the
First
4K
off,
version.
A
But
huge thank you to everyone who joined our first Marvel's Avengers War Table last month. And extra thanks as well for telling us what you like and what you want to see in future shows. We are reading your posts and comments, so please keep them
We want
coming.
things to be
Since then,
awesome.
what we've heard from
Awesome.
you most, other than where's Hawkeye, is when's the beta?
where's Hawkeye?
We'll start with breaking down everything you need to know
Everyone
about the
wants to
beta.
know
This
where's
episode, we
Hawkeye.
got Beta.
We'll share a glimpse at how our game will expand after launch, starting with our first post-launch hero.
Yes!
And we'll have a few surprises along the way.
The Avengers Initiative.
This is Beta.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Hulk smash.
Dude, Hulk looks like a really fun playable character.
Well, and Kamala Khan jumping with him, all
Right.
nimbly pimbly like too.
So, as far as I know, what they've told us is that Black Widow is the fastest character in the game, and her combos are faster than anyone else in the game.
So her Madden speed is 99.
Yes, exactly. She's like the Michael Vick in like the 2008 Madden.
The beta opens with the entire Golden Gate Bridge demo, dropping players into the middle of the chain of events that led to the A-Day disaster. This is 25 minutes of gameplay and a great introduction to how each hero plays and how combat and traversal work. We built the Golden Gate Bridge sequence to be this roller coaster ride of an experience, with huge set pieces, tons of combat and traversal, and a Taskmaster boss battle.
That is true.
It's
The
also a chance to try
Taskmaster
out
like
many of each of the
tie
heroes'
in
special combos,
because like with Black Widow getting
and
launched
specific moves.
or
It makes
pushed
sense.
back. I mean, bringing Taskmaster,
From
making
there,
Black
the
Widow
beta starts
awesome
to open up just
seems
like the full
legit.
game does, giving you new single-player hero missions and eventually single-player or co-op war zones to discover.
Ooh, Navy SEALs.
Okay.
As Kamala
Oh my
and
God,
Hulk,
this is
you'll
gonna be so
travel to
dope,
the
right?
dense forests of the American Pacific Northwest on the trail of the Olympia Archive, the last known location of Jarvis. This is another example of a hero mission showcasing Hulk's destructive capabilities. Later, you'll take the Quinjet to a remote war zone in the frozen Russian tundra called Missing Links to uncover SHIELD secrets hidden deep underground.
Shield secrets or Nick
missions for
Fury
the beta
secrets. I
because
mean,
they
really,
feature a diverse
it's really
mix of locales.
all the Shield
From
stuff
wide
is
open
just the
spaces
stuff
for you to
that Nick
bound
Fury
through and
lets you
explore,
know
to
about.
underground
Right.
aim complexes
That's
bristling
the
with
best
high-tech
part about
security
Fury.
and
He
some,
built
let's just
all
say,
this sneaky,
smashable
sneaky,
interior.
sneaky everywhere, and it's like,
You
well,
can
I'll let
expect
you know about
heavy
this.
resistance, whichever
Then
beta
I'll let you know
missions
about
play,
that.
including a showdown with
Yeah,
Abomination.
Nick Fury's so awesome. Ooh, Abomination.
You should test everything.
Yeah.
that
He was
you've
in
done
the
so
first
far.
Hulk movie,
It was
right?
really
He was
important
Tim
for us to
Roth,
create a beta
but
with a
that
variety of
Abomination looks
experiences
goofy.
that show off the epic scale of the game.
But you know, what do I know? I've only been reading the Hulk
So these
forever.
missions give you a look into the world of our
What would
story
I know?
and our characters.
What would I
This is
know
a
about
young
this?
Kamala Khan
That's
stepping up against
I mean,
to
Kamala
reassemble
Khan
Earth's
with
mightiest heroes
Hulk
when
is
the world
cool.
needs them the most.
That kind of crossover to the new Avengers
Combine
stuff,
the Golden
which is
Gate Bridge
nice.
sequence and these hero story missions
Because
make
I
for
mean,
an
we're talking
already
about Kate
good-sized
Bishop, we're
beta.
talking about Kamala, we're talking about.
But because Marvel's Avengers is all about the team, we knew that we needed to give you
Ironheart,
even more than that.
Miles Morales.
Once you complete
some
the
of
single-player
those,
story content, you'll
the
have
young
4 different
Cyclops
heroes to choose
leading
from
that.
to play
So I
in
mean,
some
we're getting
great war zones
some
and
tie
home
into
rooms that
the
we've handpicked for the
new
beta.
Avengers
They are
stuff, which is
Iron
a fun.
Man,
It's a fun storyline. It's a
Kamala
fun
Khan,
idea.
Black Widow, and Hulk.
Hulk smash.
And that means you don't have to pick just one. You can play them all. As you progress through the beta, you are given access to the Helicarrier, Jarvis,
I'm digging
and the
this a
War
lot.
Table, where you can play 4-player
It's a fun
co-op
map
in
to
3
play
different
with.
types
Social
of missions.
space. I mean,
Harm Room,
it's almost
zones,
as you said. It's like Destiny
drop
with the
zones.
load-ins, and
It feels to me.
they
Let's
have
start
ways
with harm
to
rooms.
to do it.
our holographic augmented
Beta
reality
harm
machine
rooms,
rooms,
so
or
it's-
harm rooms
it's
for short,
training missions
are virtual
and
training simulators
stuff
where
where you're
heroes
just
can
beating
take on
around.
waves of increasingly difficult enemies either
That's
solo
cool. I like that.
with a team of companion
Oh, I
AI,
like that outfit a
or with
lot.
up to 4 live players.
Which one?
You begin in the Harm Room training mission, which runs you through the paces of learning to control a hero. From there, you unlock 3 Harm challenge rooms
On
to
the
test your
Helicarrier.
teamwork.
That
Bring
makes
your
sense.
best hero build
Like
to
that
see
totally
if
That
makes
they
sense.
have a
it takes
danger
to
room type
complete
thing.
Yeah.
on the Helicarrier.
How come we've
Harm
never seen that
challenge
before?
rooms are
Like
a great
that's
place to
cool.
hone your combat skills both individually and as a team. While anyone can play the game, you'll need to focus and work together to make it into the most elite spaces. How many can you and your team complete? You can track your progress, and once you finish, you earn a nameplate that carries
Inhuman
over to
Alliance.
the full retail version of the game, showing that
Am
you
I gonna get
played
Black
in the beta.
Bullicus?
Oh
You
my god! If
excel.
we get some Black
Once you reach
Bolt
this point
action,
in the beta and have an
Medusa,
operational
Lockjaw. I
table,
mean,
you can
Lockjaw's
go online and
still my
tackle a
first
series
pop
of
ever.
Warzone and drop zone missions. We talked a lot about co-op and war zones in the
So we
first
get-
Marvel's
there's
Avengers
co-
War
okay,
Table.
it
But to
sounds like we
recap,
get to play
war
with
zones
people
are
during the
missions you
beta.
can play with up to 4 heroes you've unlocked as companion
Yes.
AI with 3 other players, or a mix of both. There are 5 beta war zones to play and a wide variety of aim enemies to take down, including a range of human and robotic foes. The first thing you notice is how each hero's traversal is true to the hero. Flyers like Iron Man approach from the air with Hulk picking up momentum as he bounds forward. Kamala and Black Widow may be on foot, but they both have unique traversal abilities.
Oh, the
to
grapple and swing, though.
throwing
I'm digging
themselves
that.
in the air and even chaining together.
Well, then
swings
we're
to increase
talking
speed and
about
cover greater
the
distances.
combo moves too.
You'll always
Yeah.
have the objective in your
Like
upper
the
left
old
heads-up display,
when you do
but
get
that's just
capped,
telling you half the information.
like everything
Trigger
bouncing off a
tactical
cap
awareness
shield,
to see
Iron Man's
everything that's available
blast,
to do in a
Right.
mission.
Thor's hammer.
That right there
Okay, I like
is
the
what
fact
we
that you
call
don't
a
have to
POI,
stop and
or
shoot
point
like
of
in
interest.
most games.
This POI
Ooh, is that
bunker.
the Natasha with the
Bunkers
blonde hair?
usually have small environmental puzzles that
Don't
unlock a door
Romanov
once
me.
they're solved.
Okay,
There are
there's a little bit of
usually
puzzle
goodies
action
inside, like
there.
gear, resources, and also
Okay.
collectible comics.
Oh, look at that. You get to collect comics.
Just what we needed.
Right.
Missions on the war table can take as short as 10 minutes and as long as 2 hours. Drop zones are among the smaller, more focused versions of war zones, and they almost always have a
Beat
single
something.
objective. The beta drop zones are designed to let you and your team drop in for a single hit-and-run encounter, and in the full game, they're great
Okay.
for earning gear or leveling heroes. Whether you play with friends or with your companion AI team, you get in. You
So
get out,
it's
and you're done.
like the
the Nightfall missions?
type
the beta
missions.
to
Yeah.
let you sample many of the different types
The
of
stuff
gameplay
I
and
liked on
systems that you'll
Destiny.
find in
That's
the
what it
full
feels
game.
like.
The beta includes missions
Oh.
built for different players and power levels. And as you build your heroes, you will find that you can take on increasingly ambitious missions. Progression is one of the main systems in the
that
full game,
each
and the
gear has
beta
a different
delivers
effect
taste
and
for
a
earning
different style
experience
to it.
and leveling up your Avengers.
Also, you can change the colors
In
of
the
like his
beta,
blasts
you'll have
and
access
stuff.
to one of 3
Intriguing.
starting skill pages for each hero. The others open up when the game
Oh,
launches.
guard breaks block.
As you earn experience, you level up, and
That's a
each level
flyback.
grants you a skill point. You spend these to unlock skills and shape what each of your Avengers
Now, does this
can do.
carry over after the beta?
In our
It
first
should.
Marvel's
It should.
Avengers War Table, we talked about
Oh, that was
heroics and
sick.
ultimates, and we teased the Hulkbuster. The Hulkbuster is Iron Man's ultimate, and you can use it in the beta. Right off the bat, you'll see it as a powerhouse
Oh,
of, well,
shoot.
power. Hulkbuster comes equipped with rocket-propelled melee attack combos and overpowering dash attacks that can literally sweep enemies off the battlefield. You can access Hulkbuster's rocket-propelled punches, rocket-propelled gauntlet cannon, including an extra powerful repulsor blast and leap and slam attack, and the ability to sustain tons of damage. There are also some alternate deployment methods. I will leave that to you to discover in the beta.
Can he like launch out of it? That would be cool.
You will also earn
That-
gear as
do you
you
remember
play,
how he kinda
and
remote
as you
controlled
level
it at
up,
one
you'll
point?
have access
That
to
would be
better gear
sick.
with more powerful perks. And that is just in the beta. In the full game, you have 3 skill pages and extensive
Oh,
gear to
primary,
dial in your
specialty, and
perfect
mastery.
playstyle and build out your
There you go.
Avengers roster to play your
Oh.
way. Speaking
Companion
of your
AI.
roster, during your first Marvel's Avengers War Team,
Finger
the
pistol.
selection that
Tony.
playing with your companion AI was a great alternative if you prefer
get
your
that,
superhero
Natasha.
game solo. But there's
Ooh.
a very good reason why we like them so
Ooh,
much.
that was
These are your heroes, the
Bouncer
mobsters
Hulk.
inside
Yeah,
the
your
mobster
team
version.
that you've unlocked and you are leveling. So let's say you start
That's
the
sick.
mission as the Hulk.
Ray Hulk.
The game then adds your Iron Man, your Black Widow, your Kamala to your party. The heroes in your party are using the skills that you
That's
unlocked,
cool.
and
So
the
if you're
gear
playing
that
with
you've
AI,
equipped.
it seems like if you set your
But
other
you can
AI
then mix and
characters
match to create a
to
tailor-made
certain
party
moves and
composition
whatnot, that could
plays the way
probably
that
help you
want
later
to
on in
play.
the game, knowing that you can do team up moves
This
and
is a
whatnot.
great way for a solo player to play as a team in the full game. And
Cool,
in the
look at that
beta.
health bar on that Warbot.
Team composition matters in Marvel's Avengers. Building out a team with pure or hybrid melee and ranged builds allows you to do a lot more with what you have. This was a quick overview of the beta. It is a big experience.
So we got all the
with
kids
more than
to
20
play.
combined
So
co-op
combine
and single
20
player
missions with the
and
beta.
4 heroes with a small taste of the customizations, outfits and upgrades, and even some secrets you'll have to discover by yourself.
Oh, that's so sick. Like, I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this game.
From the
Are
very
they,
start,
though?
we plan Marvel's Avengers as an experience that
I mean,
grows
we
with you
haven't
as you
had
play.
much
The
for
heart and soul of
superhero
that is
stuff
each
since
Avenger.
we've been
And as fans ourselves, we've had
on
more
lockdown.
Yeah.
and your favorite
I
heroes
mean,
to
all the
join
video
team
games
after
have
launch.
been not,
Heroes
and we haven't.
like
They
this.
haven't seen a video game like this in a long time.
No, they're doing a really good job, in my opinion.
20 surviving.
That's some Fury? Nope.
Should we lose
I
the
know who
fight,
that
one of
is.
us? Should everything
It is
be
Fury.
lost?
That's Fury, but that's not Fury fighting.
No. Our favorite secret agent.
Lies in the past.
Clint? Well, I guess that explains the shock arrow. And the bow.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, he got...
Give us the Ronin armor. Give us the Ronin armor.
He's got his whole
and we're thrilled
Legolas.
to bring him to you. When we started working on Hawkeye,
that's
the
one of my
first thing we
favorite
did was find the
versions of
best
him.
comics and pull
I like
ideas
the
that would fit
purple.
into our
Old Man
post-game
Hawkeye's
universe.
fun.
Okay, if they're
One
going
of
to
our
tease us the
favorite
comics, you
lines
can
is Rider
almost
Matt
bet.
Fraction
But
and
Purple
artist David
Hawkeye's my
Jaws
favorite
My
with the
Life
goofy
as a
thing, and he
Weapon.
has
goofy
the
mask.
he's
Some
got
exciting
the
ideas from
gene
it.
that just
So much
reproduces
so
arrows
that
on his
Hawkeye
back,
has his own
like
in-depth
Legolas.
story chain.
Like he never
And it is
runs out of
unique from the
arrows.
main campaign because it can be played in co-op or
Except that
solo,
one time he did.
whichever you prefer.
To make a joke.
Hawkeye is your first look at how the expanding world of Marvel's Avengers continues to grow after launch. The Reassemble campaign is the story of Kamala reuniting the Avengers against the current AIM threat. On top of that, you get 6 heroes with the game at launch, each with skills to upgrade, gear,
Cap,
and outfits
Thor,
to earn and unlock.
Iron,
but after that,
Black
you enter
Widow,
the ever-present
Kamala,
Avengers
Hulk.
Initiative.
Is
This
that
is
all
where you
6 of them?
extend the experience as the
And then
Avengers.
you get Hawkeye.
from
Okay, did
all
you just see
threats
that?
and
So they
There are
had
10.
both the ones coming on day 1, and where new heroes, new missions,
There are 10
new
with
regions
3
are
secrets
all accessible
right
with
now.
your entire
Right now.
team roster, either solo,
That's
with
fun.
AI heroes, or online with other players.
Ooh. I'm calling Spider-Man. Old
August
Man
is
Hawkeye.
Marvel's Avengers beta month.
Hilarious.
We are ready and eager to play alongside you
Well,
throughout August
Old
and the
Man
lead up to
Logan.
launch on September 4th. As you
The old
play,
man
you
stuff's
generate
it's a
tons of
fun
feedback for
wrinkle
us to improve the tuning
because
and
there is
playability,
something
and
about
we
these
learn
grizzled
more about what
vets
else
that
we
have
can
been
do as we
around
grow this
forever
game
that know a
to
thing
be
or
the
two.
Superhero fantasy you've dreamed of living. That's
Oh
why
my
we
God.
can't wait for you to get started and play what we've been playing. When you get your hands on the beta yourselves, dive into the story, jump online and play with friends. All starting
Okay,
on
guys,
August 7th
so
through
we
August
might-
7th through
on
9th.
PlayStation
So we
4,
might actually
and
have
PC
to
and
choose
Xbox starting
somebody
August
from our
14th.
stream.
Yeah,
to-
but
if I could-
PlayStation's
Beta is
on the
meaty,
7th
but it's only
and
a small
Xbox
part
is
of the
until the
finished game.
14th.
Enjoy a full
That's
length
okay, 'cause I
campaign.
mean, I'm gonna
More
be
than
playing. I
80
got it on
war
PlayStation.
zones,
Yeah, that's
more than
okay for
50
you.
enemy types, new configurations
But how
of
long does the beta
armors
go
and
for?
challenge-
That's a very good
That's
question.
another question I got.
Uh-oh. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Happened.
I don't know. You broke it.
I did break it.
Why'd
Second,
you break
guys.
it? Please hold. Please hold.
Please hold. Technical errors.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
It could have been that the PlayStation got sleepy because we were not playing with it. Let's see if this guy's on.
Could have been the PlayStation getting sleepy.
Yeah, I think I got sleepy.
Please hold. Working. Processing. Teaching. Training. We can rebuild it. We have the technology.
I don't know what happened there. Stream fail. No.
Yeah, well. Mistakes were made.
That's weird. I'm done.
Enter sleep mode.
Entering sleep mode.
Your monitor stopped.
But he's awake except for.
I'm confused.
I am.
This is why we're still tech junkies.
Exactly.
Learning to
This
be.
is just a test run, guys.
This is just a tribute.
To the greatest song in the world.
Still no signal. No signal. You broke it.
I probably did.
This is why we can't have things. Not even nice things, just things in general. And there I was, more confused than a baby in a topless bar again.
Well, we're just gonna switch over to full camera.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, it's us
See,
again.
we can do something.
Boom!
But
So, after watching that, I know we kind of got a little cut there at the end. I'm incredibly hyped for this game. What are your thoughts so far? I know that there's going to be a little split between the beta. We can play it both on the PlayStation, take turns, or
can we two-player though? Do you think they'll have a split screen option?
That
kind of like how we made Diablo work with.
I don't know, honestly.
I mean, that would be intriguing to be able to play together.
That would
co-op.
That would definitely be fun
on the same system. You'd think there'd be a multiplayer on the moment.
You would think
like something because Diablo's done that forever. where it kind of like when we were separate on the screen, but when we came together, we kind of full screened.
I like that. That would be really
something like
cool.
that would be fun. I mean, we all know that I'll go all Thunderer all the time.
You're pretty much rolling Thor nonstop.
It's fucking by the power of Odin.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Thor. Like, he's definitely, like, especially with the outfits and everything, I think Thor is going to be one of those characters that everyone's going to want to play as. I'm also curious if you are, say you and I are playing, right? You're on Xbox, I'm on PlayStation, which doesn't matter because it is cross-play.
It is cross-platform.
So I'm wondering, does that mean that if I choose Thor, are you also able to choose Thor?
I would think not.
I would assume not as well. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just
because who wants 4 Thors running around?
Oh, but can you imagine like 4 ultimate Thors at once? Like, that would just not be fair.
Or Hulk smashing everything.
Right. I'm more curious.
Or Black Widow hopping around all nimbly pimbly like from tree to tree.
There's just so much that they can do with this. I believe I got the PlayStation back up and running, so we're gonna hopefully just kick off right where we were. Let's see if we can pull up anything else other.
That's a definite maybe.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
We're trying to technology at the same time while still talking.
But hey, you can hear us.
And
it's
it's almost a coherent thought.
It almost
just barely though.
What are you guys excited about this game? Obviously, they
besides it looks sexy.
It's so sexy. Like, that is, ooh, girl. I'm so confused and curious of who the other 3 characters are going to be. I got money on Spider-Man and Wolverine, like classic. The only reason I'm saying Wolverine is because he's just as much an Avenger as he is an X-Men. I can definitely see that, and especially if they're pulling the Old Man Logan card or Old Man Hawkeye.
See, and I was thinking like Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Vision.
Oh, I wouldn't be upset about any of them. Black Panther's an option too.
Panther.
There's a lot of different options.
I mean, let's think about how Future Fight started and where Future Fight is now 5 years later with characters.
How many characters are in Future Fight alone? Which, if you guys aren't familiar, 160. Jeez. Future Fight is probably the most iconic and best Marvel game as far as mobile devices go. Available on Android and iPhones as well.
We've been playing it since day one.
It's been a lot.
I mean, we go through phases of liking and playing it.
And then getting mad at the updates.
Getting mad at the updates. and
God dang updates!
I mean, I'm still grinding as much as anything, but yeah, it's a game that every time there was a movie, there was an update for a movie. So there were new uniforms and there were new characters and there were new everything. So it's a fun wrinkle.
It is.
And that as kind of a template for what can get here for this new Avengers game as far as what's available is just goofy. Like, how many of the villains are you going to get to actually unlock as playable characters?
See, and that's something that we didn't... Oh, I didn't even think about that. Like,
I mean, I always loved my FF and my Doom.
Oh, man.
And things of that nature. And this is the beta. You'd assume at launch there'll be 20 to 30 playables, right? If they're doing 10 on the beta.
Well, they said at launch there will be guaranteed 6. So I think it's going to come out in stages.
So the beta is not going to have those 10?
I don't think it's going to have 10. I think from what they're saying is that the beta, there's going to be 6 heroes. So you'll have the original cast that we've seen. I don't think
Kamala,
Hawkeye. Yeah,
you
Iron
won't
Man,
have Hawkeye.
Thor. No Hawkeye, but I feel like at launch you'll probably have access to them. I don't think Square Inc. is big on microtransactions. So hopefully it's not a
pay to win,
pay to play these characters. I hope that they do some sort of unlock, like they've done in God, what was that Marvel Ultimate Alliance on Switch?
Where you just unlocked characers,
and it's not necessarily the easiest. It's
I want to gotta earn it, and that's the old gamer in us that we've always enjoyed the earn it grind.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much more satisfying.
At this point, ultimately, what's $10 or $20 to unlock a character? Not a whole lot
No.
as 30-year-old dudes.
However,
but
as a 16-year-old kid,
if I grinded 50 hours to unlock, Namor, for example, that's worth a grind.
That is,
and
also
as a
kind of a flex,
16-year-old
too.
kid, it's like, yeah, I got Namor. Deal with it.
That's half the battle. Like in Ultimate Alliance again, unlocking characters is not the easiest. Like
And unlocking
Doom,
uniforms and the whole 9 yards.
But
yeah.
whenever you're playing and you see somebody else with that uniform, you're like, how did you
get
that?
it? Tell me how, and I'll
that's,
go.
That's what
I'll
I want from this
grind that.
game. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't want to have to pay for something. I understand if they're going to do seasons and, like for a season pass, you get, for $10, $15, whatever. That makes sense. I don't have an issue with that.
The Fortnite model?
Kind of, like I wouldn't mind that so much as long as all the heroes are playable. If it's like certain skins or certain unlockables or to change Thor's hammer or something like that, I wouldn't have a problem with it, having some sort of pace system as long as everything is available without a purchase. If
Sure.
that makes sense.
Well, I don't know. I think the model in the world now is some purchase required, like
That's
to
true.
get everything. Like there. I think you're right. I think there'll be plenty that you can get, but I think there'll be some things that are like, hey, we know we can get 10 extra bucks from 1 million people, which is $10 million. We'll get something
For real though. And I think, I'm very excited about it.
And we're suckers that pay it every time.
Oh, absolutely, because we got to have the best of the best, right? Come on now.
We try to give and show you all.
But I think I have fixed the visuals, so what I'm going to do is start up the overview for it. It's kind of just a recap of everything we've watched. Maybe it'll give us a little bit more details. I'm not really sure. So we're going to dive into this together, and hopefully everything works out right. All right, you guys ready for some more
Ready?
Marvel footage?
Okay.
And go.
And this is that Golden Gate Bridge scene opening tie-in with Hulk and Iron Man and Thor and Black Widow. And I mean, those are definitely in. And then you got Cap, and then you got Kamala, right?
Yeah,
like those are the six.
Core, yeah, because the whole story is essentially following Kamala rebuilding the Avengers after. Because I'm assuming that Golden Gate Bridge scene is all set up by MODOK, who is obviously the main villain. It seems like. It seems like MODOK did something where he set up the Avengers to fail publicly. Kind of like a
the beta opens
Incredibles,
with the entire
kind of where
Golden
they
Gate
like
demo,
disband the
dropping
heroes
players
because the
into
heroes
the
keep
middle of
messing
the
up.
chain of events that led
So it
to
has
the
that
80
feel to it
disaster.
where that's what his plan was, and
This
it
is
seems like
25
Kamala
minutes of gameplay and a
is
great
a
introduction
giant,
to
like a
how
giant
each hero
fangirl, kind of like a
plays and how combat
Gwenpool
and
kind of
traversal
thing,
work.
where she's believes in these heroes.
We built the Golden
and
Gate
she,
Bridge
oh god,
sequence
right?
to be this
Give us some
roller coaster
Deadpool.
ride of an
No,
experience.
Gwenpool.
I
don't even need Deadpool.
I would
I'll
take any pool.
Any pool.
I'll take all the pools.
And a
It's
Taskmaster
hot.
boss
It's hot.
battle.
We're looking for pools.
It's also a
So,
chance to try out many
as far
of
as
each
the
of
villains
heroes'
that we've seen
special
so far,
combos,
we've
Taskmaster, Abomination,
heroics,
MODOK.
and
MODOK.
specific moves.
Okay. And I like the fact that they are not hyper focusing
From there,
on
the beta
Ultron
starts to open up
or
just like the full
any of these
game
villains or Thanos or anything
giving
like
you
that.
new single-player hero missions
I'm really
and
curious to
eventually
see more
single-player
as
or
far
co-op
as
war zones to discover.
what they're gonna do with this, because
As Kamala and Hulk
what they're
you'll
building
travel
here,
to the
it's like a
dense forests of
combination.
the
To me, it
American
feels
Pacific
like
Northwest on the trail of the
what
Olympia Archive.
God, what was that
last known
EA game
location
that
of
came out?
Jarvis.
Anthem.
This is
It
another
feels like
example
Anthem
of
as far
hero
as like the
missions
war zones like
showcasing
flying in
Hulk's
there.
destructive
It feels like
capabilities.
Destiny with like a Marvel
Later, you'll
overhaul.
take the Quinjet to a
I think
remote
this,
war zone in the
if they
frozen
do it
Russian
right
tundra
and make it
called
not
Missing
too
Well, I mean,
grindy.
Anthem kind of died, didn't it?
uncover
Oh,
shield
it
secrets
had
died a
such
hard
potential.
death.
It was just
We
like
chose these
everything
missions
was
for
so
the beta
fun
because
until
they
you
feature a
reached about
diverse mix of
mid-tier,
locales.
and then you're like,
From wide
wow,
open spaces
it's
for you
like
to bound
Destiny
through
where
and
I just have to
explore,
keep
to
repeating the
underground
same
alien
levels
complexes bristling
over
with
and
lack of
over.
security at some,
Whereas
let's just say,
they're saying already in the
smashable
beta,
experience.
we're gonna have 20 levels.
You can expect heavy resistance, whichever beta
That
version
is
you
a
play.
lot.
I
of
mean, they're
levels.
talking about
with
Pokemon
Abomination.
going to level 50, which, would matter if I were at
Test
level 40,
everything
which
right.
I'm not.
No,
Really
we're not there.
important for us to create a beta
My
with a
Pokemon
variety of
happens very
experiences
sporadically.
that show off
Yeah,
the
that doesn't happen
epic
often
scale
for
of
me.
the
It's
game.
like I get the itch and I'll play. It's usually when I travel and I'm in a new city.
Yeah. Let's
So
see if
these
we can get
missions
something
give you
new.
a look into the world of our
All these new
story
places.
and our
Oh,
characters.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Which sees a young Kamala
Kamala's
stepping up
fun.
against
I mean, that does
three
make you
assembled
think
Earth's mightiest
that
heroes when the world needs them
you
the
get
most.
Captain Marvel too, though. Like if you've got Miss
Combine
Marvel, you've
the
got to have a
Golden Gate
Captain
Bridge
Marvel.
sequence and
So
these hero
funny you bring that up.
story missions make for an
They
already
showed in the
good-sized
last
beta.
War Table video that they actually
But because
showed
Marvel's Avengers
Kamala's
is
room,
all about the team,
and then like
we
to the
knew that
left
we
of
needed
her
to
bed
give
there
you
was a
even
giant
more than
poster of Captain Marvel. Which
Once you
hints,
complete the
like, and if you look at her
single-player
room,
story
it was
content,
riddled
you'll
with
have
clues.
4 different heroes to choose from.
I mean, and that's
Playing
how she
some
started.
great war
Was
zones and harm rooms that
was
we've handpicked for the
fangirl.
beta.
Like
They are
she's
Iron Man,
the first of
Kamala Khan,
the
Widow,
Gwenpool type,
and Hulk.
Yeah,
where it's a new generation raised
that
on
means
heroes.
You don't have to pick just one.
I
You
do
can
love
play
her
them
and
all.
Miles together in the
As you
comics,
progress
though.
through
Like
the
that
beta,
is
They're
a
a lot
fun
of fun.
combo.
to the Helicarrier, Jarvis, and the War Table, where you can play 4-player co-op
Young
in
Avengers.
3
Oh,
different
that's
types of
it.
missions.
I'm liking
Harm
this.
rooms,
Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a
war
lot of fun
zones,
in that training ground.
Danger zone.
Danger zone.
Just listen to some Kenny
let's
Loggins
start
while
with-
you're
Oh, they
doing
call
it.
it the harm rooms.
Our
Ow,
holographic
you're on my
augmented
hair.
reality
And it definitely
machine
looks
rooms,
like
or
the
harm rooms for short,
X-Men
are virtual training
danger rooms.
simulators where heroes
Yeah.
can take on
Oh,
waves
that
of
is a cool
increasingly difficult
suit. That looks
enemies, either solo
Daredevil-esque.
with a team of companion AI
Yeah,
or with
there's
up to
some
4
red to
live
it.
players.
Also, I'm noticing that
You
these
begin
guys are
in the
doing
harm room
emotes.
training mission,
I don't know
which
why,
runs you
but I'm
through the
super
paces of
hyped for
learning to
emotes in this
control a
game.
hero.
Like, you know,
From
it's just
there,
something stupid
you
where you
unlock
wipe out
3 hard
like a group
challenge
of
rooms to
enemies.
test
Somebody
your
looks
skills.
over at you. I
Bring
saw
your
the
best
Tony
hero
Stark
build to
finger
see if
pistols,
you
and I'm
have what
like,
it
that's
takes to
so
complete
Tony.
all
Well,
of them.
and I mean that was
Harm challenge
some
rooms
of
are
the
a great place
fun
to hone
when
your
we were
combat
waiting
skills, both
on
individually and as a
Destiny
team.
load
While
screens. Is
anyone
what
can play the
goofy
game,
shit
you'll
did we
need to
put in
focus
as
and
our
work together to make it into the most
emotes?
elite
You know,
spaces.
like fishing
How
and
many
eating
can
popcorn
you and your team
whatever.
complete?
Like when
You
when
can
you
track your
finish
progress,
a
and
big
once you
level,
finish, you
and
earn
you're
a
just sitting
nameplate
there
that
waiting
carries
for the
over
load
to the
screen to
full
bring you
week
back
of
out.
the
And you're
game,
eating popcorn.
showing that you not only played in the
Hold
beta,
on, did you-
She's
you
Tony
excel.
Stark.
Hold
Once
on,
you
did
reach
you
this
see
point
that?
in the beta and have
No,
an
we almost
operational
missed
war
something
cable,
there.
you can also go
That
online
was,
and tackle a
almost
series
missed
of
something.
war zone
Yeah,
and
look
drop
at
zone
this. Look
missions.
at this.
Not that we
Most
did
elite
miss something.
spaces.
So hold
How
on.
many can
No,
you
we definitely
and
missed
your
something.
team
That,
complete?
see, here we go.
You can track your progress.
Villains cloning around villain sector.
Vault onboarding.
Okay, maybe we can find some clues in here of what, like, this is the kind of things that I love picking apart. Shield protocols, so obviously Shield. A global offense mission chain.
Well, in the vault onboarding, the prison is the vault, right? No.
Oh, are you talking about on the helicarrier?
That's one of them, but then there's the prison in the alternate dimension that Ant-Man created.
Oh, what the hell is it called the vault? I wonder if any of our nerdy...
My head's hurting right now.
If any of you guys can help us with that.
Just
that is
trying to out-nerd all of this.
So, and it looks like, and again, I believe this is all from the beta as well. So if we're just looking at this, there's factions, obviously, right here on the right side of the screen.
And that's
I'll kind of highlight it right
and I
here
think
for you
that's
guys.
Hulk.
That definitely...
You think that's gamma radiation.
That,
so that would lean
that would
Hulk.
make sense where each mission would have a separate... Kind of like, hey, if you want stuff for Black Widow, go do this mission. But I am noticing that they're called chains. Faction mission chain. I'm wondering if that is kind of one of those things where it's a kind of like a wave-based thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, hey, wave 1, wave 2 until you get to the boss. But just for each one of these, it's looking like there's certain objectives within each one.
Complete the Inhuman Sanctuary faction mission chain.
Okay, so
complete the Shield Protocols faction mission chain.
So that alone has me.
I mean,
stoked.
if you're doing the Inhuman Sanctuary, you figure you at least need Medusa, Black Bolt, Gorgon.
Yeah,
Maximus.
So exactly, like that is a definitely, I think, a little hint right there
for just the basics on the Inhuman side. And if you have the Inhumans, it definitely leads to the mutant side, so that gets your X factions, your X-Men in all capacities.
It definitely feels like it's knocking on the door of that. So I'm assuming if they're gonna throw in any bad Inhumans, it's typically Maximus, right?
It's always Maximus.
So there's no really other bad Inhumans, right?
No,
there's
I mean
rogue Inhumans.
I mean, they go back and forth on either either Black Bolt's the king, or Medusa's the queen, or Maximus usurp the throne. Like that's kind of the triple-headed monster on Humans, and then it's where people fall in line. I mean, Crystal is always going to be Team Medusa because they're
the princess,
sisters,
right?
Because they're sisters.
Yeah.
So I mean, beyond that, Gorgon, Karnak, Lockjaw. Lockjaw is more a Crystal friend, but Lockjaw's still my favorite.
So you would go ahead after just seeing that Inhuman part, the Inhuman,
completely Inhuman Sanctuary.
So
you probably fight some Inhumans.
That's what I'm assuming too. So let's kind of like slowly pick this apart. Inhuman Alliance, 500 Inhuman Alliance faction XP.
Okay.
So even if they're not playable, it is very, very clear that the Inhumans are going to be taking a part in this game.
You'd think.
So that could be cool, even if Black Bolt is not a playable character. And
what do you mean if Black Bolt's not a playable character?
I mean, trust me, I'll be upset.
Bring me the Scream.
Seriously, that's all I would be doing. Just flying and screaming. I'd look like Banshee from X-Men.
They're not all that different.
So track mission chain, guaranteed reward, epic pattern. So that's really interesting. Also, if you look up here at the top of the screen, I'm liking this rating system.
It lets you know where you're at as a character, because that's obviously the Black Widow character at level 9. Power is 20. It lets you know your ratings, which is a nice wrinkle to know where you're at fighting wise.
Sure. And also kind of like, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm assuming some of these missions are going to be a certain level base where it'll be like, hey,
you can't unlock it to level whatever.
Exactly. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. Let's see, what else can we pick apart here. This is what I was also noticing as well here. So if you look over here, you'll see obviously Kamala Khan, level 12, power level 15. Obviously her power level, since we were looking at Black Widow last. So Black Widow had a power level of 20, and it was clear that her numbers were way higher. So nameplates. This is something that we have not seen before. So I'm obviously assuming that these are just going to be the nameplates for behind your gamer tag or whatever to kind of boast and be like, hey, I beat this level, ha ha ha. But there's also emotes takedowns, which I have not seen. So I'm assuming
probably
different finishers, different combos.
Full retail version of the game showing that you
strike team members. Again, a lot of that Destiny feel there with that strike team. I'm very, very curious of just where this exactly is going to go. So yeah, disable matchmaking. So it looks like you, again, inventory locker, character menu, cancel matchmaking. Again, it seems like you can either go in as a team with people, solo.
Not only played
this is just
in the beta,
really, really
you
interesting to me of how
once you reach this point in the beta and have
smart
an operational war table, you can
okay,
also go online
let's go back again.
I mean, that looks...
Not that one. Ah, wrong button.
That looks very Destiny.
Very Destiny.
But as far as areas to go, things to see, etc.
But when they pulled up
once
that
you reach
last
this point in the
one,
beta and have an operational war
I'm
table,
noticing that there's Eastern Seaboard, one mission.
The Badlands.
Oh wait, the Badlands. Badlands were
in Utah. It's just a location.
Wasn't that the location of Old Man Logan?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
No, because they drove north. Canada.
Okay. And then obviously
the movie?
Pacific Northwest. What's that?
I don't remember the comic having the Badlands. I mean,
I can't remember 100%, but that's
Hulk's in New Mexico primarily. Okay. I don't know.
But anyways, Pacific Northwest 6 missions. Ooh, maybe we'll get some Seattle action.
Just what we needed.
Right.
Also go online and tackle a series of wars.
That's really cool. So I'm wondering now, because obviously they're going to give us the answers here in just a second. But
hi, Robin.
Once you reach this
Robin,
point in the
what's
beta
up?
and have an operational war table, you can also go online and tackle
a large forest expanse in the Pacific Northwest. The site houses numerous shield installations built.
Stark Industry. Yeah, it's basically go find stuff.
So
I mean, then you got the icons down below.
Exactly, was what I was just going to talk about. So I'm assuming that each one of these missions do something different
for each character.
Either that or
you're fighting somebody or something.
Yeah, and obviously each one of those are going to give us a different feel.
A series of war zone and drop zone missions.
Mission power.
Assault drop zone.
Difficulty.
Okay, which would make sense that symbol looks like a downwards.
Guaranteed rewards, etc.
Yeah, guaranteed rewards. Swiftly get in, do your job, come out. Challenge 2, difficulty, mission power. Okay, that's exactly what we were just talking about.
Yeah, it's Destiny all over again.
It really, really feels like Destiny.
And then it's moving forward and beating the hell out of people.
We talked a lot about co-op and war
zones
in the first Marvel's Avengers
This stuff
War
just
Table.
looks so
But to
fun.
recap, war zones are missions you can play with up to 4 heroes you've unlocked
Especially,
as companion AI
just seeing
with
what
3
the
other
kids
players,
button
or a mix of
smash into.
both.
That's a whole other thing
There
I
are
haven't
5
even
beta war
thought
zones
of
to
is
play
the
and a wide
controls on
variety
it.
of aim enemies
Like
to take
how
down,
easy,
including
what the combos look like.
Yeah, how
everything
easy it is
looks
to
like.
chain those things together.
Hi, John.
Compared to
there are 5 beta war
dang it,
zones
I
to
almost got
play
it.
and
You almost got what?
Wanted to get
You
it.
almost got
I almost
nothing.
got it. I'll
there
get
are
it.
5 beta
Gonna get it.
Yeah, I got it.
zones to
Is X gonna give it to you?
Again, okay. Condition green.
Master button smasher.
Heck yes.
We definitely have taught the kids the beauty of the button smash, and for fighting games, that's still the only move I got.
Hey, it works though.
I mean, they tell me combos are the way, and I'm like, oh, let me just hit every button once and move the joystick around and see if I can do something.
That's pretty much it. Hey, so again, what you were talking about, look at that. So these iconic missions. So condition green.
That's got to be a Hulk.
Obviously, it's a Hulk. So this is cool. So it's like very, very diverse missions. And again, it seems like guaranteed reward rare gear for Hulk. So
maybe is that Hulk?
I'm assuming with those big shoulders,
or it's guaranteed gear being for a strong character. So like a Hulk, a Thor. A
interesting.
Cap. I mean, it could be we have character types like we do in like a future fight where we have 4 character types, or we have the speed, the blast, the combat, and then the universal, or something.
That is something
or
I haven't
something
even thought
to that
about.
effect.
So that's really cool. So yeah, it's a specific, and I'm wondering on these iconic missions if that's more of a solo thing.
and a wide variety of aim enemies to.
God dang it, these things are flying by.
If you just push play,
that's true.
We'll figure. it out.
We'll find it out.
You've unlocked as companion AI,
but yeah, again, like the combos, I don't know how that's gonna work out. I don't
Kamala's
know. 5 beta
build
war
and
zones
shrink,
to play and a
DNA
wide
key.
variety of aim enemies to take down,
DNA
including a
key.
range of
I mean,
human
that could
and
be
robotic foes.
like the biometrics for
Leveling
unlocking
up.
characters
Notice is how
or
each hero's
leveling up.
traversal is true to the hero.
That looks cool.
Flyers like
Tony
Iron Man
being able to
approach from
fly
the
and
air
target
with
is a
Hulk
fun
picking up
wrinkle.
momentum as
I
he
love the
bounds
Hulk's
forward.
jumps. That really does feel like all the
Kamala and
movies.
Black Widow may be
I love
on
the
point,
Thanks, John.
but they both have unique traversal abilities
buddy.
to grapple and swing.
Good job on your
throwing
stream last night, by the
themselves in
way.
the air, and even chaining together swings to increase speed and cover greater distances.
I just
You'll
love
always
that
have the
together.
objective
Like
in
the
your
Hulk.
upper
How-
left-hand
how
display. But that's
Kamala's
just telling
jumping
you
around,
half the
Hulk's
information.
jumping around, and
Trigger
then
tactical
Tony's
awareness
flying
to see
around.
everything that's available
Black
to
Widow.
you in the
Oh!
mission. For instance,
You called it. I think you just fucking
What?
called
No.
it. Yeah.
That was of course the 4 icons. How the screens come together.
it's just telling you half
I'm
the
wondering
information.
if that was different
Trigger
types
tactical
of
awareness to see everything that's
So there we go.
available to do.
Hulk. I'm
Widow.
assuming
And Kamala.
and Kamala. So I'm wondering now if when we do those missions and you see that icon, you know for sure that you're going to get something character specific.
Yeah, but that Hulk icon was not the same as
Oh,
that dude
good point.
lifting.
Good point. See, this is why we break down trailers. This is why we look over things and
For
discuss
instance,
it, because you can
that
find.
right there is what we call a POI,
again, right
or
there, he
point
did
of
that
interest.
attack, which looked like it bounced off
This
somebody.
POI is a bunker. Bunkers usually have
Black
small
Widow.
Black Widow's gonna be
puzzle
fun.
puzzles that unlock a door once they're
I mean,
solved,
who
and there are
hasn't always
usually
liked
goodies
Black
inside
Widow?
like
That's
gear,
really true.
resources, and also collectible comics.
Yeah, comics.
And obviously, the comics must either it's going to be something
Missions
that you
on
can
the war
actually
table
read
can take as
and
short as 10
collect, and you
minutes
unlock
and as
something for
long
collecting
as
them all,
2 hours.
or they add to your stats
Drop
in
zones
some
are among the
way,
smaller,
shape, or
more
form.
focused
Again, like
It
future fight.
would be
almost
fun
always have a
to
single
be able to
objective.
read
The
them
beta
a
drop zones are
la
designed to let
Assassin's
you
Creed,
and your
how
team
Assassin's
drop in
Creed
for a
throws in all this
single hit-and-run
historical
encounter.
context
And in the
Yeah.
full game, they're great for
a lot of
earning
people
gear or
skip
leveling
over.
heroes.
But if you
Whether
read it,
play with friends or with
it's
your
fun
companion
history
AI
nerdy
team,
stuff. I
you get
mean,
in.
learning
get
how
out,
the Hagia Sophia
and
got
you're done.
built in Assassin's Creed 2 is still one of my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
Beta to let you
absolutely.
moments
sample
of any-
many of the different types of
It would
gameplay
also be
and
cool
systems
if you
that
could
you'll
read the
find in a
comics,
full
but
game.
it doesn't actually give you the
The beta
comic
includes
itself. It gives you
missions
more of
built
the
for
background of the
different
writer,
players
the
and power
artist,
levels.
all
And
that
as you
stuff,
build
and then
your
also
hero,
maybe
you
gives
will
you a
find that
little
the
you'll take on
discussion of
increasingly
Kirby and
ambitious
Stan,
missions.
Oh,
etc.,
absolutely.
etc.
And then maybe even
Progression
throw a
is one
wrinkle
of
in
the
where
main
it's like
systems in the
it'll
full game,
also
and the
give
beta
you
delivers a taste for
indication
earning
of like
experience and
secrets
leveling
within
up
the
your
map.
Avengers.
Being like, if
In
you
the
go to
beta,
this
you'll have
location,
access
there's
to one of
something
3
by a
starting skill pages
waterfall.
for each
You know,
hero.
because they
The
obviously
others
said that
open
there's
up
going to be
Some
secrets.
nugget, some nugget for
As
doing
you
it. Well,
earn
and there's always
experience,
secrets.
you
I
level
mean,
up, and each level grants you a
like,
skill point. You spend these to unlock
games
skills
have had
and
so
shape
much
what
fun
each
putting
of
in
your
Easter
Avengers
eggs
can do.
and
Look
secret
at that.
levels, etc.
We got-
etc.
We got some answers here. Hold, I'm assuming L2. Yep, that's so with lasers equipped, hold L2 to aim, and then down on R2 to power up the lasers, allowing the beam to pierce through the enemy targets and deal additional damage.
And that's how you do. And that's how you do skills. Is
Okay.
some combination of your multi buttons. I mean, you'll have a jump.
Mhm.
You'll have a basic
fly.
melee. You'll have the jump might be like in
Either
Ultimate
the
Alliance
swing or a fly.
where you hold and you get the fly or the swing.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, Ultimate Alliance has given us a pretty good controller feel for how to make superheroes work, and I would imagine they're going to make it too different.
I don't find them. In my opinion, I wouldn't assume because Avengers being a Marvel game, not only adults like us who are ginormous comic fans going to be playing this, but also kids of all ages are going to play it. So they're not going to make it too complicated, right?
And you wouldn't think so. And they made the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the DC Cinematic Universe. I mean, Batman since 1989 on the movies. Like, it's not like people are unfamiliar with these characters or unfamiliar with the game in general, or the premise of, hey, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna fly around as Iron Man and shoot some beams.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run around as Black Widow and do some cool martial arts stuff and shoot something. I'm gonna Hulk smash the hell out of everything. Like, Kamala may not have quite the following of the Hulk or the Black Widow or Iron Man, but that doesn't mean you won't figure out, there's something fun with her Mr. Fantastic Plastic Man type fists moving around. So, like, we'll have plenty of
the
games.
game coming out?
The 7th of August.
Yeah, August 7th is the
PS4 beta.
A week later is
Xbox beta.
And then I believe it is September 21st for the actual launch.
Maybe.
I mean, I have no problem.
We have yet to have a launch date actually launch when it said it would.
Yeah, let's see.
Did Ghost of Tsushima do
nope,
one?
Month late.
Nope, month late.
Ghost was, hey, what's happening? I've been lurking for a hot minute in the middle of 5 different. That's awesome. Oh, anyways, hi. What's happening, guys? So yeah, we're again just kind of recapping all of this information that IGN has been dropping for us for the Marvel Avengers game. Beta drops next month. Actually 7 days for us PlayStation members, 2 weeks about for Xbox.
PlayStation members.
Yeah, I know. But hey, I'm all over.
Well,
I'm all over.
And I mean, part of the problem with this, in my mind, is going to be when you system up.
Did you get my follow? Master. I don't.
That's a definite maybe. We will look.
I did not see. Actually, I'll check right now. Look at that. I got a phone.
No, the issue when we're talking releases in September, October, and then we move in and do, get a PS5 or a Xbox Series X, and upgrade, is this going to follow us over? And is it attached to your gamer account? Is it attached to your system periodly?
Right.
Part of the thing that bugged me replaying your Skyrims and things like that is the fact that you didn't get any continuation of gamer points. Like, I always love the objectives. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, anytime I'm playing Civ 6 and I unlock an objective, like a la what I unlocked recently was, sending Charles Darwin to the Galapagos Islands for his scientific discovery piece.
Yeah. Just a brief pause. Master Chef, I got you right here. Hit you with a follow back. I appreciate you, sir.
But
gotta share that love.
That kind of stuff matters, I think. Like it's a fun wrinkle to have silly gamer achievements that don't really get you anything. Like I've gotten.
Are you talking about more in game or more for like
the system
achievements?
The system achievements. I enjoy those. I think more than I like some of the in game achievements because I'm stupid and the collector.
I'm still one of those people that I've never platinumed out a game where you get every single achievement in a game. The closest I am, and this is unbelievable that this is the game that I'm the closest with, Batman.
Arkham?
Arkham, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The only thing that I have left to do is those goddamn Riddler puzzles.
Well,
like there's like 300 of them.
I'm gonna fire up Civ here when we're done and show you some of the goofy achievements because it's so much fun. Like there's one that is seriously, as the American player playing as America in the city of New York, because the city names as you spawn cities are they're predetermined depending on which civilization you play. But there's one that have a Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael, and Michelangelo art piece at New York.
Okay, I see what they're doing there.
There's a lot of goofy stuff like that where it emulates real history in a fun game. So, that kind of stuff. Should we just push play? And I'll talk and react whilst you're checking on kiddos.
Marvel's Avengers.
And there's that Hulkbuster we talked about, and
Ultimates, and we teased
Hulkbuster just smashes and blasts. And that was like with using
Ultimate,
Future Fight as one of the kind of templates
right
for how a Marvel game can move and evolve. The Hulkbuster armor was a separate character, so this being a uniform within Iron Man is a fun wrinkle, and it really does look like it's going to be more uniform based, which is an Ultimate Alliance trick, but that Ultimate Alliance, you'd have to unlock things via whatever,
leap and slam
beat the
attack,
hell out
and
of
the
this
ability
many
to sustain tons of damage.
Doombots is Mr. Fantastic to unlock whatever uniform. So there's definitely
leave that to you to discover
a template and a reaction to make it happen. And it looks.
You will also earn gear as you play,
having
and
various arms
you'll
and
have
loadouts
better gear with
and
more powerful
gear.
perks. And that is just in the beta. In the full
and it
game,
does look
you
like
have
there's
3
more
skill
of
pages and extensive gear to dial
build
in your perfect
strategy
playstyle
depending on
and
the
build out
template.
your
Like
Avengers
you
roster
saw
to play
how
your way.
all that gear had various icons to the lower
Speaking
right.
of your roster,
it looked like there were 3 or 4
during your
icons
first Marvel's
that
Avengers War
you could
Table, we
distinguish
mentioned
to
that
do
playing
stuff.
with your companion AI was a great alternative
Otherwise,
if you
then
prefer
Natasha
your
in that
superhero
shield
game
uniform.
solo. But there's a
Or
very
the
good
white
reason why we
uniform,
like them
Iron
so
Man
much.
in that
These
silver,
are your
dark
heroes playing
gray
alongside you
armor,
on your team
Hulk,
that you've
Bouncer
unlocked,
Hulk,
and
whatever.
you are leveling.
Gray Hulk.
So let's say you start the mission as
I
the
love
Hulk.
him suited up like he's in the Mafia. It's
The
a
game
fun
then
game.
adds your
Because,
Iron Man,
that's always been my favorite Gotham.
your
so
Black Widow,
it would make sense that that's
your
my
Kamala to your party.
favorite Hulk too.
The heroes in your
But I
party are
digress.
using the skills that you've unlocked.
And
the
that
gear
looked like a
you've
bounce
equipped,
off, and then Kamala.
which you can then mix and match
fisting
to
and
create a
moving
tailor-made
around.
party composition that plays the way
There's
that
a lot
you
of fun
want to play.
gameplay, a lot of combo we can develop in this. And it looks
This is
like
a great
fun
way for a
wrinkle
solo
in that
player to
aspect.
play as a team in the full game. And
I'm
in the
still.
beta.
I mean, one of
Team
mine
composition
and
matters
Egypt's
in
favorite
Marvel's Avengers.
combos was
Building out a team
the
with
Iron
or
Man
hybrid
shooting up
melee
the
and
shield
ranged builds
of
allows
Cap
you to do a
and
lot
having
more
it
with what
blast
you
in
have.
like 80 directions. But at the same time, also having the Wolverine fastball
This
where
was a quick
Colossus
overview of the beta.
throws Wolverine claws first.
It is a
So to
big
be able to
experience
incorporate
with
some of
more than
those
20
playable
combined co-op
combos
and
as
single-player
characters will be a
missions.
fun,
And 4
a fun
heroes
time.
with a small taste of the
And
customization,
we're hoping, we're
outfits
thinking,
and upgrades. And
it seems
even
like
some
it.
secrets
I mean,
you'll have to discover by
how
yourself.
Kamala and Hulk seem to get around together. There seems to be definite some combo between player characters that you get if you change which character you're playing and being.
So one thing I'm actually one thing I'm actually pretty excited about, if you noticed during this entire showcase, there's one thing missing. Captain America. We have not seen any Cap footage here.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield,
I do want to bring
all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield.
I spell Kamala.
A M A L A.
Kamala's room. So, I have a theory here. Give us 1 sec, guys, as this loads up. So, Kamala's room. So this was predicted over a month ago.
What's happening, everyone? Jay Shockblast here, and E3 should be going on right now.
I was briefly talking to Andrew about this.
Because she fangirled over everything.
What's happening, everyone? Jay Shockblast here, and E3 should be going on right now.
All the lights.
So, let's see.
Widow, Cap, Iron Man, Hulk.
We got all these,
and those are the icons of the characters, it would seem, because that looks like that Hulk icon. You got Captain Marvel everywhere, because it's...
Obviously,
she's Miss Marvel.
But if we look in the background, I don't know if there's a zoom property on this, but if we look close
you got
enough,
a Hawkeye target.
So we got a Hawkeye target, okay.
You got Thor,
Iron Man, again Captain Marvel, the Green Fist, which is...
It's coming out in August.
Hi, Aiden.
Hi, Aiden. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, this comes out in 7 days as far as the beta. The game itself comes out mid-September. I want to say the 21st.
That's a definite maybe.
Definite maybe. But as we look across the room, there's definitely little hints all around. I'm not sure what this is right here, but that kind of reminds me of, I know this is a stretch, Spider-Man's webbing. I know it's a stretch, but...
Okay.
This is what, you know...
I mean, I just want those hanging lights with the Hulk fists and the Iron Man helmets and the Thor hammers.
So, I mean, we're definitely seeing things all across the room. They're not giving us too much
Iron
yet.
Man crossing, Captain America beanbag.
Thor light.
That string of lights seems amazing to me.
And
Captain
again,
Marvel.
I mean, that is just...
You can't have Miss Marvel and not have Captain Marvel.
Right.
Captain Marvel created Miss Marvel.
Oh, absolutely. So clearly they're giving us this poster. If she's not in this game, I would be
eventually,
or how they could potentially do it easier without having to completely revamp a character is in Injustice, for example. You know, Flash has multiple different suits, but he also has a skin that allows him to be Reverse Flash. So that is also an option I think could be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just so many little details throughout this whole little trailer here that I'm thinking might be giving us some sort of clues. The Hawkeye one was clearly there. We saw that glasses though, blacked out glasses. That gives Daredevil or Fury. The only two people that I ever... Fury always has those like dark glasses. There we go. We got some zoom in action here.
Fury never has glasses. He just has his eye patch.
Oh, yeah. That's. I guess he would only need like a.
He needs a monocle.
A monocle. Let's hook him up with a monocle. So we got clearly Hawkeye there. So, and it's been confirmed today that Hawkeye is indeed in the
player
game.
Character. But we haven't determined if it's just the 6 on the beta, and then you get Hawkeye and 4 and 3 others as unlockables when the game launches, or if those are on the beta. Like if you can get 10 characters on the beta, with some unlock, that would be cool.
That would be really cool. I'd be super down for it. There's just so many little details that are easily to overmiss. Comic Kid, yes, from Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an Endgame? Oh my god. Maybe that does look a little Endgame. It's a combination between the first Iron Man movie, I think.
It depends what Iron Man armor we're going to get.
But it is interesting that they made it kind of crunchy in that top right corner, looking like a beat up Tony Stark. Good catch. I like that one.
Is it the poster that's crunchy, though?
I mean, if you look at all the other posters, though, they're very nice.
That's just something it could be from her having it from New York when New York toppled. I mean,
that's very true.
If I remember correctly.
She is, I believe, yeah.
So.
So there's still a little bit more speculation here. I don't think that anything else is gonna really give us any more details.
But there's a lot to compress. There's a lot to look at. I mean, we're excited. We'll do some gameplay when we get the beta out for sure.
Oh, that's definitely gonna happen. I'm just gonna see if there's any other little.
No.
Oh, that was 4 months ago. I was like, what are they?
Let's make the game play. We'll give you an update when we get more.
Yeah,
when the beta launches.
Oh, and you better believe that we will be playing it. We will also do something fun during launch. I will somehow select maybe 3 other people who have PlayStation that will actually be able to sit down and play with us for launch. We'll figure it out. We'll give you some updates. And as I said earlier about a giveaway, I do want to do another giveaway specifically for this game, which is going to be nice and easy with the fact that, again, we're not going to need to send you a game. What we're going to probably do is hit you with some Venmo. With it being cross-platform, it makes it really easy for us. We can easily switch it over and get you guys a copy of this game so that you guys can too play at launch. I think it'd be awesome. So yeah. Make sure to definitely tune in. We're going to be doing some more live. We'll probably maybe do some Ghost of Tsushima here in a little bit before I got to go to work. I don't know. Maybe some Apex. I don't know. Who knows?
And one of these days, apparently Civ just launched Secret Societies. So I'll learn
what
how
are
to
Secret Societies?
I don't know. But I will learn with the fans about Secret Societies, and I'll play Civ for a few hours and log in because Civ's a game that requires a few hours.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely a commitment. It's not a 5-minute.
Hey, I logged in. Hey,
right.
I mean, I'm in the middle of a war right now with Solomon versus Congo, and debating whether or not I should roll that into beating the hell out of the Incas as well, because the Incas were the ally of Congo. So I mean.
Can you read my last message? Yes, I can.
Yes, he can.
I will do that right now.
But anywho, I think we're shutting down.
I think that is about it for us. We are going to again be signing out here. We're gonna be hitting you guys up with tons of new content as this game's released. I'm excited. Andrew's excited. If you do want to check us out on any of our platforms, all of our gamer tags are down here at the bottom. Let me highlight it right here for you. We got me on Xbox, Capitan Tryhard. Andrew on Xbox is Bromaster B.
And have been since Fable launched. That's
right.
how long, the first Fable, that's how long I've had.
Wait, are we talking original Xbox? Dang.
That's how long I've had that gamer tag.
I'm pretty sure that I've had mine since the launch of 360. I'm pretty sure it was like, a sequel to Halo. I remember for sure that was a thing. So if you guys want to add us as friends, make sure to shoot us a message. Add us on Facebook, Xbox,
follow us on Twitch, Facebook,
yeah,
Insta.
If there's games you want to see us play, if you want to play with us, we're all for it.
We may be doing some Diablo 3 next time we get all the kids together.
Oh, that could be a lot of fun.
Troy and me and you and Aiden.
Oh yeah.
And
that would be a lot of
see
fun.
What dreams we can do.
But anyways, as always,
Avita.